Do 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 do. Burn 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 burn. Boom 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 boom. Mhm 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 mhm. So how do you feel after we finish Genesis? We do like like Jeremiah, huh? Okay, so you truly want to stick to the order now? So after Genesis, we'll do Exodus. All right. So we'll stick. How about we'll stick to the Tanakh organization? So it goes like the first 5 books. It goes prophets and the writings. Oh yeah. Well, Tanakh. I mean, it's the same. It's the same books as the Old Testament. It's just they organize it differently.
No, we're not.
So like, oh, that's part one. My bad. Hmm. King Jesus, you're holy, wonderful, amazing. You're such a good God. Just declare allegiance to you time and time again. Thank you that from you life just flourishes. Thank you, O King. Thank you, O God. May we just continually look towards you and your righteousness as we work through the writings of the ancients. And thank you that you don't pull punches about their compromise. But yet, on one end, you're always showing your faithfulness. As great is thy faithfulness. Amen. So Isaac lived in Gerar. Genesis chapter 26, verse 6 to 33. Do we ever learn? Take two. So, guess what he's going to do? Just a little hint. So, see if you could put the two together. It's what his dad did a lot. Well, guess what Isaac's going to do? So remember when Abraham, whenever he go to a town and there's another king, what do you say about his wife? He's like,
no.
she's like, she's my sister. Can you imagine your dad doing that? Saying your mom is his sister? Wouldn't that be just weird? That's just weird. So Isaac,
Not in their time.
well, I mean, it's a clear compromise. That's why they share it. Like it's not trusting. Like here Yahweh just met him, and Yahweh's like, trust me, I'm gonna bless you. And he's like, I wanna compromise, and that's just what we all do, though, right? We hear the trust of Jesus, but we always there's always that scheming to survive. So Isaac lived in Gerar. The people in the place asked about his wife, and he said, she is my sister, because he was afraid to say my wife, in the case the people in the place slay me because of Rebekah, because she looks attractive. But when he had been there for some time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from a window and saw there was Isaac playing about with his wife Rebekah. Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, now, really, she is your wife. How did you come to say she is my sister? Isaac said to him, I thought in case I die because of her. Abimelech said, what is this that you have done to us? Almost someone from the people could have slept with your wife and brought guilt upon us. Abimelech charged the entire people, anyone who touches this man or his wife will definitely be put to death.
Hey,
Oh. And here's the crazy part is,
so then God doesn't bring plagues on Egypt.
well, that's the crazy part is, here's Isaac. He's the one compromising, but it's showing the inhabitants of the land actually doing the ones who are at least responding in righteousness. And so you think though, if this was,
That's like the dude fishing
Mm.
with PvP on
it'd be like if and that's why we can, it helps a lot to show that this is not propaganda literature. You know what propaganda means? So like, if the Israelites wanted to write a literature that all the original inhabitants are bad, 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 so we kill, kill, kill. Yeah, but it's showing that, yeah, like your ancestors, you know, the people, your forefathers who we hold in high regard, they compromised. And there's times that even the local inhabitants practice in right relationship when they didn't. Right? Jesus was the ultimate one who didn't compromise or didn't you didn't. Well, then if he did, then there'll be a whole nother empire going on right now. Because when you have 100% God, 100% man, and if he would have created an empire, we would cease to exist. Isaac sowed in that country, and that year reaped 100-fold. Yahweh blessed him. The man grew big and went on doing so until he had grown very big indeed. He had livestock, flocks and herds, and a large body of servants. There we go. And the Philistines were jealous of him. All the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up and filled with dirt. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Get away from us, because you are much too powerful for us." So Isaac went from there and encamped in the Gerar Wash and lived there. Isaac again dug the wells of water that they had dug in the time of his father Abraham, and that the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham's death. He called them by the same names as his father had called them. Isaac's servants dug in the wash and found there a well of spring water. And the Gerar shepherds argued with Isaac's shepherds, saying, "The water is ours." He called the well contention, because they contended with him. They dug another well, and they argued over it, so he called it opposition. He moved from there and dug another well, and they did not argue over it, so he called it roominess, and said, "No." Yeah. Now Yahweh has given us room, and we will be fruitful in the country. From there, he went up to Beersheba. And so here's a part where he actually is, stepping away and looking somewhere else. That's actually, now he's, Abraham the peacemaker. He's now acting like his father, the peacemaker. So it's like showing us, he's still showing the compromise of lying, but yet he's not fighting over, because in deserts,
people would fight over the wall.
dude, because it's the difference between living and dying.
There was some fish.
From there, he went up to Beersheba. Yahweh appeared to him that night and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, because I will be with you, and I will bless you and make your offspring numerous on account of my servant Abraham." He built an altar there and called in Yahweh's name and pitched his tents there. Isaac's servants dug a well there. Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzath, his adversary, and Pichol, his army commander. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me? When you have been hostile to me, and you sent me off from you." They said, "We have seen clearly that Yahweh was with you." So we said, "There does not need to be a sworn agreement between us and you. So we want to seal a covenant with you, that you will not do harm to us, as we have not touched you, and as we have done nothing but good to you, and sent you off in peace. You are now one blessed by Yahweh." So Isaac made a banquet for them, and they ate and drank. Early in the morning, they swore oaths each to the other, and Isaac sent them off, and they departed from him in peace. That day, Isaac's servant came and told him about the matter of a well that they had dug, and said to him, "We have found water." He called it Sheba. Hence, the name of the city is Beersheba until this day. Yeah. A few weeks ago, the great U.S. novelist John Updike died. I think I had tried to read one of his novels years ago but failed. In light of the eulogies, I thought I should try again, so I started with Too Far to Go, over which one of the eulogies enthused. It is actually a collection of short stories about a married couple called Richard and Joanne Maple. They had a strangely dysfunctional and codependent relationship. I happened last night to be reading a story in which they are telling each other about their affairs. The story is mostly told from Richard's angle. At least we get more insight into what is going through his mind than into what is going through Joanne's. A striking feature of the story is Richard's strange fascination with his wife's affairs and her lovers. He wants to know how many there have been and how many times she has met with them and where. He does not seem to be repelled by all this. He is drawn into it. It reminded me of a comment on the stories about Abraham and Isaac and their wives. It is neat that Genesis here speaks of Isaac's playing about with Rebekah, because the verb is the one linked to Isaac's own name, the verb that kept coming in Genesis 17:21, with the meaning laugh. Isaac was being himself and making out with Rebekah. So a story about Isaac and his wife is told in a distinctive way. But the occurrence of another story like the ones about Abraham and Sarah raises the question of why these men were so stupid. Did they never learn? Further, why does Genesis include 3 of these stories about someone passing on his wife as his sister and risking her ending up in the king's bed? There were surely many other stories Genesis could have included. Maybe the answer is that men could have a strange ambivalence about their wives' sexuality, like Richard Maple. We want our wives to be ours, but there is also something intriguing about other men wanting our wives as a kind of compliment. There is no way of knowing whether this was a conscious motivation for the inclusion of these stories in Genesis. It might have been only a subconscious one, or not even that. Whatever is the answer to that question, the stories can now function to make men reflect on their subconscious thinking and make women aware of it too. Indeed, in the West, the sexual politics often need to be seen both ways. So the stories might encourage women to reflect on their own subconscious thinking about their husbands, and husbands to be aware of it. An extraordinary contrast with the account of Isaac's stupidity, Genesis goes on to describe how well Isaac did in Abimelech's country. Now, your mother probably told you that if you behave well, things will work out well for you. And more importantly, if you behave badly, you'll pay for it. Often that's true, but often it isn't. God doesn't seem to view it as important to be fair rather than saying God is fair. Jesus notes that God makes the sun shine and the rain fall on both righteous and unrighteous, which probably isn't what your mother told you. The question about fairness and unfairness is subordinate to other priorities. In Genesis, the priority is God's making Abraham and his offspring an embodiment of God's blessing that will attract the world. And Isaac's story illustrates that purpose at work. Actually, blessing Isaac when he doesn't deserve it is an important expression of something about God that might be expected to attract people, even if it would worry your mother. The Old Testament God operates on the basis of grace rather than merit. The more pathetic the characters in the stories are, and they can be pretty pathetic, the clearer becomes this gospel principle. We have mixed feelings about this biblical motif because it makes our lives less subject to calculation and control. Abimelech and his people certainly had mixed feelings about it. One issue is whose context it surfaces is water supply. The Negev area where these stories are located, Beersheba, Beer-lahai-roi, Gera, is close to being desert. Beersheba gets about 10 days of rain per year. That raises tough questions about whether anyone could live there. But there is water under the ground, and digging wells thus makes living there possible. Digging wells, however, require... Yeah. Digging wells, however, can require a huge amount of manpower. So once wells have been dug, they can become matters of dispute. The song notes that it never rains in Southern California, but they never warn you how it pours. When the rains do come, I never needed galoshes in England. The Middle East can be similar. A wash in the bed of a river that flows only when there has been a storm. In Arabic, it is a wadi. In Hebrew, a nahal. Living there has its dangers. You need to keep your eye open for the storms that could wash away your encampment, wash away you and your encampment. But when the rains do come, you can trap some water, and when they have gone, grass will grow for your flocks. All right, we heard about Isaac's compromise. We also hear about moment he's a peacemaker. But then here, like we...
It's like good,
Yeah, so the book of Job really reflects...
bad, good.
Yeah, the book of Job really reflects on the idea as if God is always being fair. Like if you do good, you get good desserts. If you do bad, you get bad desserts. That's not always the case. So we here see God really, he is setting the path where the nations can be blessed through this people and through Jesus. And then actually what's crazy is actually if he always operate in fair categories, then we got to ask, is that also justice? All right, we can start, my friend. All right, I'm going to try this Coliseum again. After this, I'm just going to explore. The heck? Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, I'm exploring. I'll come back here another time. Yo, what's up, friend? Trying to see how to get that 1800 essence. What's good? Ah, King Jesus is really good. Really, that's all I can say right now. My heart is heavy with family dynamics. So right now it's leaning very deeply on him right now. Like, oh, I could do some warrior graves, right? Oh, it's like, all right, I'll do that tree and then warrior's grave. Oh man, that range. Oh. Oh. Oh man, I was trying to. I always forget how long it takes to get unfocused, be able to place where you can fight. And I also did not realize that if you die again, you lose all your geo if you don't recover. I thought there were like going to be multiple angry spirits up and about. So I feel silly about that. Huh. Got an eagle down now. Oh. Oh. Oh, I guess I've done this before. I just didn't grab them all. Oh. 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 All right, where is some lawyers' graves? Okay, well, it looks like I'm just going to explore places I haven't been yet. That deepness looks very explorable. All right, looks like the Queen Station will be the closest. Okay, so the King Station, the Queen Station. Okay, what is that marker? Now I'm curious. Oh, it's a vendor.
That's you, Gio.
I'll make her run away.
Gio, Kalala.
Oh, I guess.
That's you, Gio.
Oh, I see. So once you reach the max.
Gio, Kalala.
All right, we'll go there. We'll explore there. At the gardens. Hmm. Oh wow, I think it hit you twice. Oh, they just stay there. They decompose ever? Nope. Hmm. Okay. I think I need to go around the other way. All right. Oh. 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 Oh man. Let me see if I can open up that. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, these guys. You ready? All right, let's go. All right. On me. Almost died there. Huh. All right. That's what's fresh. All right, we'll be back.
That'd be crazy if we died too.
That will be crazy.